So, you're Australian. What you want is a PC. You don't want to build it, you just want to buy it. Only problem is, all the videos you watch are American. So I'm going to help you out today and show you how you can get a PC like this or like this. Now, let's get into it. So first things first, you've got 5 major contenders. You've got M-Wave, Scorptech, Senecom, Radeon PCs, and also PC case gear. But I personally don't like PC case gear. They're a little more expensive than all the others. Now the way that we're going to do this is we're going to have a best of list. So we're going to start with price points. So $1,000 to $1,500, Australian dollars of course, then $1,500 to $2,000, then $2,000 to $2,500, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. It's only a rough guide, so I might step out a little bit, but let's get into it. So starting off with $1,000, you've got this M-Wave gaming PC. Now, if we look at the photo, it looks pretty nice. It's got an i3-12100F, an RX 6600, which is quite important, and it's an alright case, you know, the deep cool Matrix, 16 gigs of DDR4 and a terabyte of storage, so definitely going to be able to load some games onto that. And here you can see that they recommend some lighter games like CS2, Apex. You should be able to play pretty much every game, maybe not the AAA ones, but pretty much every game in 1080p. Yeah, even Cyberpunk should definitely run. Now, I quite like M-Wave. M-Wave are pretty good. They've built a few PCs in the past that I've seen, and they seem to be pretty decent. Now, looking at the PC, yeah, it's pretty good. I would recommend this if you were just getting started and you just wanted to build a PC and just play some simple games and you just wanted to switch over from console. But let's step it up to $1,500, which is where Scorptech comes in. Now, this is probably my favorite PC of the bunch for a few reasons. So this is the RTX 4060 Wraith gaming PC. All the names don't really matter. But as you can see, we've got a Ryzen 5 7500F. Now that's important because that means that if you were to get into PCs into the future and wanted to upgrade, you could very well do so because it's on Ryzen 7000, which is a new platform, which essentially means that there's going to be more products released, meaning you can upgrade in the future. It's also got an RTX 4060. Some people like it, some people don't. I actually don't mind it. It's very power efficient and it should run pretty quietly. There's not too much else to say. It's got the same storage, 1TB M.2 SSD, which is what you want. You want an SSD, not a hard drive. People will cope and say, yes, you can live with a hard drive. I personally don't recommend it at all. 650 watt power supply should be good enough for the job, and 16 gigs of RAM. Stepping it up another level is the Ryzen 5 7500F and 4070 PC. Now this one is currently out of stock, so I'm not entirely sure if Senecom will bring it back into stock, but from what it seems to be, it looks to be a very nice and well put together system. Looking at the image, it's a fish tank, so it's got one glass panel here and one glass panel there, and I actually quite like this look. Everything's pretty well color matched, the GPU, and yeah, it looks really nice overall. Now what you're getting extra here is the RTX 4070. Now this is probably one of the cheapest, best RTX 4070 systems I'd get. I wouldn't get anything with Ryzen 5000 processor. Yeah, this is something that I would get. Only downfall is it's 1TB of NVMe SSD. I would like to see 2TB, but you know, at this price point, it's alright. They've also got some nice cable extensions, which means that they're really paying attention to detail. Only thing is, it might not go back in stock, and if it's not on sale at $19.99, it's technically not in the price bracket. Next, now this isn't in the $2,500 price bracket from $2,000 to $2,500, but I would still count it because nothing between $2,000 and $2,500 is something I'd be willing to pay for. Just because, I don't know, for some reason they like to neglect it and like to sell all the scrappy parts in that price range, across all retailers in a way. But here you're getting a 4070 Ti Super and a Ryzen 5 7600X. Now that might sound familiar. That's because it's pretty similar to the Ryzen 5 7500F. Only difference here is you don't get integrated graphics and it's like 0.5% slower. Like it's ridiculously on par with the other one. So yeah, you're getting a Ryzen 5 7600. Yeah, pretty nice PC case overall. Power supply from ASUS should be good. Yeah, no complaints here. Only thing is, single tower cooler, maybe an AIO might be nice, but again, this should definitely do the job for a Ryzen 5 7600X. And a 4070 Ti Super, that's giving you 16 gigs of RAM, so that is very ready for the future. So if you want to carry this system all the way through until you buy a next system, you could very well do so. And next is the $3,000 to $3,500 price point. Now this is the Exodia PC from Radiant PCs. Now you might have seen them on YouTube, Radiant PCs, or Instagram, or wherever. Now these guys are like sort of more boutique. They're not an actual store, like a physical store. You just buy them online. But as you can see, they take nice photos. They make good videos for the most part. And yeah. At this price point, you're getting a Lian Li 011 dynamic case. Pretty basic case, pretty overused by a lot of people. A B650 motherboard, that's alright at this price. A Ryzen 7 7800X3D, it's the fastest processor in the world at the moment. Yeah, Ryzen 9000 hasn't launched, and I don't think it's actually going to overtake. So this is the fastest gaming PC with an AMD GPU that you can get. 7900 XTX, that's about an RTX 4080. Super level of performance, maybe a little bit higher actually. And then the only downfall of this system is, again, 1TB of SSD. They really like to skimp out on that. Now, would I recommend this? Yeah, it's actually not that bad at this price. I will say that the fans look a little bit tacky. They could have been a nice brand, but yeah, overall not a bad system. And then for you guys who are rich, just like, I don't know, buy the most expensive one with an RTX 4090 and a 7800 X3D or a 7950 X3D. I wouldn't buy Intel though. Do not buy something with a 14900 KF down here. Don't buy something with that. Just because Intel's having a lot of issues with stability, warranty, it's all going downhill for Intel at the moment. But as you can see, this system is a fish tank style, much like the rest. It's a very nice look for a PC, a bit nicer than usual. One thing I will say is it looks like there are 2 fans down there, down the bottom. Oh, there are 3, okay. Yeah, no, this system should be perfectly fine. You've got a deep cool cooler on it. And yeah, if you really wanted to, you could just go onto M-Wave, go sort by price high to low, and then you could just buy the most expensive PC. This one's coming soon. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But as always, I'm TechBiz, and I'm out. Make sure you like the video as well.